Wide Left Sports is proudly sponsored by TDS Fiber, bringing fast, reliable internet to Billings and beyond. Whether you're streaming the big game, uploading content, or just trying to keep the whole house connected, TDS Fiber delivers the speed you need without the lag. Check availability in your neighborhood and make the switch today. TDS Fiber, internet built for real life. Hello, welcome to Wide Left Sports. Today I am joined by Havre Northstar baseball player Tyson Brandon. Tyson, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am doing really good, really good. So I guess my first question is kind of kind of the same to a lot of my athletes that I have on. What made you fall in love with baseball?
I think I'd have to say well, first of all, like the time of the year, like the summer, it's the best. Don't have school, just having practice and enjoying the warm weather. That's always great. And I played it from a young age. I've had a lot of great coaches and a lot of great teammates that have kind of helped me fall in love with the sport, I'd say. And just all the memories that I made growing up kind of urged me to fall in love with it.
I love that. So talk to me. You talk about coaching, and you've had two pretty awesome coaches there with the North Stars with Patch, and then this year you had Ryan Divish, who is an awesome guy as well. So what was it like to have them as your head coaches?
Yeah, it was awesome. Patch, he's a great guy. He knows a lot about the game. Coming in like freshman year, I had a lot of great seniors too that like took me under their wing and kind of helped me out, show me the ropes. And Patch was always supportive about that, like understanding that I was a younger guy, but knowing that I had the talent to play. And he just always was good on reminding me about like having confidence and like that I know what I'm doing. And then Ryan's like he's a real good guy. He's actually dating my mom, and so I'm actually like we're pretty close. He likes to talk a lot of crap, obviously, but no, he's a great guy. He knows more about the game than anyone that I know, and he's kind of like ever since I met him I in seventh grade, he's taught me everything I know about baseball, like my swing, my how to throw a baseball because I had to relearn how to throw a baseball, but he knows so much, and I know he made a lot of kids that last year were thinking about not playing re-love the sport again, and he kind of brought our whole team together, and it was a really fun year last year having him coach.
Oh, that's so awesome. So talk to me a little bit because here in Billings, we have different levels. Like we have B, A, and double A.
Yeah.
And so obviously in Havre, A is the top. And so like you were saying, as a freshman, you were playing on the top team with seniors. What was that like playing at that level as a freshman?
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a little bit nerve-wracking, of course, but I kind of knew going into freshman year that I would have a chance to compete to play on the A team in the upper level. And I don't know, I just had a lot of great guys. There was a lot my freshman year. There was a two super seniors, two or three, so it was an older team for sure. But I had like a lot of my best friends were a year ahead of me, and I've still played with them like growing up the whole time. And just all the upperclassmen were really really cool. And I know like a lot of them had the talent to go play college. Brody Nanini, he's one of my like really really good friends. He took me under his wing coming into my freshman year, and ever since like he'll come back on break from MSUB and we'll go throw or get work, and he's been really really supportive and really good to like take me under his wing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, I guess that kind of leads me into another question of, a lot of the guys, whether they're seniors or whatever, they're playing different sports as well. Um, how do you think that helps you guys when you're playing multiple sports, not just baseball?
I think it overall it makes us a lot more athletic, first of all. And then I think it's always nice to kind of get away from your sport for a little bit, like get a little refresh, because I know a lot of baseball is a frustrating sport, and getting away from it after maybe going 0 for 10 on a weekend or something, or having a rough weekend, getting to go away from it. And like I do track, so I'll miss some games just to go because I don't want to miss the relays. The relays are pretty fun. So it's always nice to just kind of get a refresh, because then you start missing it and you get back to it and you're like, man, I love this. So I think that's huge for like everyone that's on the team that does outdoor sports.
I love that. So for you doing the relay, how do you think that helps you in baseball?
But definitely stealing bases. Like, so my sophomore year, well, freshman year, I did track, but I went to like one meet and just focused straight on baseball because I was just fighting for that extra spot. And then sophomore year, I started getting more into track and more into track and like understanding how important it is and how much it benefits me. And then my junior year is when I got the opportunity to run on the relays and started seeing like big jumps in times. And I kind of realized like how I could, like how I was benefiting from it, and that how much more bases I stole last year. I think like I had one of the top stolen bases in the conference, and it was just kind of like crazy to see how much it benefited me.
Wow. So one of my other questions is in regards to the North Stars. You know, you guys play in the Northern A, and that includes a lot of Canadian teams. There's, I think, two or three other Canadian teams in that division. So, what is it like to get to play international baseball during the summer?
It's awesome. Those Canadian teams are tough. Like we have fought and fought and fought. All 4 of my years we fought against them. Like they produce some dudes, and so that we play. Lethbridge and Vauxhall, they're always really good. Lethbridge has 2 teams now, so they added one last year. And then Fort McLeod, they've always kind of been like the laughing stock of the conference, but last year they got some new dudes and they were really solid. And then Medhat will play too, and it's just really cool to kind of, I don't know, go to a different country and see how everything works there, and the exchange rate's always kind of funny, but yeah, it's always fun, and they got nice fields, they got good teams, and they're really good coach, so it's always fun.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what are some highlights that you've had from playing with the North Stars? I know you still have your senior year, but what has been some highlights that you've had so far playing for the North Stars?
So my freshman year, we hosted regionals. And so we had like Alaska and Oregon and like Idaho and Washington, all those teams. They came up and played on our field, and it was kind of cool. Like I remember an Alaska kid saying like how he never got to play under the lights before because it always stays light there. And so I thought that was like, it was just really cool, like a kind of like a full circle moment for that kid. That was pretty cool. But I remember specifically, so there's like a curse we say every time we host a tournament in Havre, it rains.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, so we hosted the when we were hosting regionals, the first night it starts downpouring. We're playing like a late night game. It starts downpouring. And it was already like late. I think we started at like, I don't even remember, 8 or something. And it starts raining, so they like pause the game, whatever, we're waiting it out, we're waiting it out. Well, then the power goes out. So like our lights, though they're off, but our scoreboard still works. And so we go and we were playing Idaho, I believe. No, wait, Utah. We were playing Utah. And we like kind of met all the guys because we were just waiting, messing around, waiting for the lights to come back on. And we were playing 2 ball. And then once we were done playing 2 ball, they made us do field work. So we had to like rake the whole field and get all the water off. And then after we were done doing field work, it's probably like midnight by then. We resumed the game. And so we've warmed up like 4 times already. My arm is hanging. So we finished the game anyways. We win by 1. We scored 1 run in like the first inning, and then we won the game with it was like 1-0 the whole game. But that was a really cool experience. Like I think the game got over at like 1:30 in the morning, but there was so many people there. Like that is the most filled the stadium has ever been, I think, and it was just the coolest thing ever because it's 1:30 in the morning and we have half the town of Havre supporting the North Stars during the regional tournament.
Oh, I love that. So, um, talk to me. You know, you mentioned the support there for that regional tournament, but talk to me about the support of Haber for all of your guys' games and just how awesome that is to see that in the community.
It's unreal. I feel like Havre has one of the, or if not the best fan base in Montana. It's so cool. Like not just the North Stars, but like basketball games. I used to play basketball in my first 3 years of high school and track even, and it's super cool because in the summer there's a lot of buddies you don't get to see because if they don't play baseball or have jobs or whatnot. But Havre's so supportive that you get to see all your friends come to the baseball games because they'll come support you and come watch you. And there's a lot of people that you meet through them just supporting you, and it's really a surreal kind of thing to have a community that backs you up like this and supports you and wishes you the best.
That's so awesome. So you are in your senior year, and I know that you have committed to, I'm going to butcher the name of it,
Wenatchee, yep.
Wenatchee Community College. So what was your recruitment process like, and what ultimately made you commit there?
Well, so my buddy Tanner De La Rosa, he committed there. He flipped his commitment last summer. He got an offer late in the middle of the season and flipped. And so he's going there now. And so I've had like a bunch of different NWAC schools follow me on Twitter and whatnot. But like knowing somebody that was there, I was like already interested in it. So I had reached out to Coach Vaughn, and he reached back out and was like, "Yeah, like definitely very interested in you, and I'd like to connect with you." And so it happened to be family weekend for Wenatchee. And so Tanner's parents were going down to Wenatchee and invited me and my mom to go down and check it out. Well, it ended up that Coach Vaughn asked if I wanted to come on a visit. So I went on a visit and got to practice with the team and kind of see how things work there. And I kind of just fell in love with the place, like the town, the field, the team, like super, super cool people. And the coach Vaughn's awesome. We talked after the practice, and he just kind of what it just I could tell that I was wanted and that he believed in like what I have worked for, and so that kind of set the tone and made me feel wanted and wanted to go there. So I waited a few weeks to see if anyone else reached out, and I got a couple other like texts and calls, but I was just kind of set on Wenatchee, and knowing somebody there was huge. So
Oh, that's awesome. So, the one thing about Wenatchee too that I've noticed is a lot of Montana kids go there. Not just the two of you from Havre, but I think there's a Billings kid that's going there as well. I think there might be a couple of kids from Helena.
yeah.
So, how cool is it to have, Montana ties to the school you're going to in college when it's not in Montana?
Yeah, it's awesome. I like one of his selling points was like we've had really good success with our Montana guys, and I'd love to get you out here. And I think that was another selling point. But I know they just got a kid from Three Forks too, and then there's a Missoula kid that's on the team as well. But it's really cool that he recognizes the Montana kids because I feel like there's a lot of bigger colleges that don't really look into Montana.
No, for sure, for sure. So then, as you're kind of looking forward to this baseball season, because I know it's January, but I know you guys are doing off-season stuff, and the season's coming close. What are you looking forward to most with your senior season?
Just getting out there and competing. I think we came up a little short last season, right? The district tournament, controversial call, of course, but yeah, I think just getting back out there and proving to the state like that who we are and that we are who we are. I guess.
I love that. And, one of the things that I've really loved about this particular group of seniors at Havre that I've gotten to interview some of you guys is you all seem extremely close. What has it been like to have that camaraderie with the different seniors on the team? Um, you know, just to have that really close knit group of guys.
It's unreal. We've known each other all since preschool, kindergarten. Like it's super cool, and like not even just my baseball teammates, but I have like all the football boys. Like we're all so close, and we all push each other to get better. Like in Coach Eldridge's lifting class, I know you've had a couple of interviews with Coach Eldridge, but he's an awesome guy. He pushes us super hard, and it kind of like meshes us together almost, getting to like grind and having like he has summer workouts in the morning at like 6 a.m. and it's kind of just brings us all together. Like when we're all down and just pushing each other, listening to music, getting after it in the weight room. That's always great. And ever since he came to the high school our freshman year, and this past year he got us a like school a lifting like records board, and
Okay.
so it's for like finals week, we max like clean, deadlift, bench, and front squat. And so that's kind of also helped all of us like push. push past our limits and kind of something to work for. So he's been a huge like part of just all of us seniors meshing together and being really close knit.
I love that. So, just because I'm curious, since I've had a lot of Havre seniors on recently, who is on the leaderboard for those different lifts?
So for bench, it's like me, Max Spangler, Brandon Healy, and then Tommy. We're like the top for a bench. Clean, it's me and Tegan Solomon. Deadlift, it's Tommy, and then I'm on there somewhere, but I'm lower. So it's not. I'm like top five, but not crazy. And then front squat, I think I am second or third. And then I think Tommy's first. I'm guessing. And then I think that's it for most of them. Oh, and then we have a pound for pound, so it's all your maxes added up divided by your body weight. And so me and Tegan are 1 and 2 for that, or 1 and 3.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. So, talking about the off season and talking about just the wear and tear that baseball and sports in general has on you, how do you prepare yourself for that so that you, knock on wood, don't have any injuries during the season?
I think just trying to stay healthy, watching what I eat, drinking a lot of water, and then just getting after it in the weight room, getting stronger so that I don't have weak limbs that give out during season and whatnot. And kind of also just knowing my body, like not trying to overdo it. I know like having track and baseball back-to-back practices every single day it gets to be a lot. And my coaches are really understanding about like if you're hurting, like tell me so we can push back what we're doing today. And so that's what's really nice. And just like, yeah, staying healthy, I think is the biggest thing.
Love that. All right. So, as we kind of wrap up here, I just want to do some like rapid fire questions about getting to know you. So, who is your favorite MLB team?
Oh, the Mariners.
I was going to say Ryan might have killed you if you didn't say that.
It's the only answer. It's the only answer.
um, who is a player that you kind of like model your game after?
I have to say Bobby Witt. Like I try and match my swing with Bobby Witt.
I love that. And then baseball, more so than probably any sport, is a game of superstition. I mean, there's all kinds of things that players do. So, what is something that you have to do either before or after every game, or else you just feel like your mojo's off?
So well, it depends who's pitching, but I always got lucky underwear. That's a big thing. And then we before our games this year, we started taking ice baths when we got there early. And so if I had a good game, I'd just keep doing ice baths. But then as soon as I had a bad game, then we just stopped it. So that was another thing for us this year.
I love that. I love that. And then my final question is for anybody that has not seen a North Stars game that has the opportunity to see one this summer, what can they expect?
Best field in the state, and just a really really cool atmosphere. It's really open, and it's just really fun. It's really a positive energy place with a really cool field, a really cool team, and just really cool community behind it.
Awesome. And then one final question, since I know you're a Mariners fan and so am I. Uh, Mariners prediction for the year.
We gotta make a move first. We gotta make a move, and then we're gonna be good. We gotta sign somebody. We gotta get a bat.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Well, Tyson, it has been awesome to have you on. Thank you so much, and I wish the North Stars the best of luck this summer.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
Wide Left Sports is proud to partner with Holo Brand, short for Hope and Love, a lifestyle brand with a bigger mission. Founded by Luke Swenson and tied to the I Love This Life Foundation, Holo is all about helping kids believe in themselves and chase their dreams. And with the Holo 988 project, they're changing the narrative around mental health and making an impact through student athletes across the country. Shop the collection now at holobrand.org.